Good afternoon, VC. Dave here. Just jumping on real quick to share some records I've been spinning over the last week or so. That I've picked up out here in Charlotte. Um, let's see, what's first? So I've got a CD here from some friends of mine. This is a band called Hall. It's spelled Haal. They're out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Really good friends of mine. Bo, who plays bass, and Travis, who sings and plays guitar. They were in a band at Koi years back, and I filmed a few shows for them. And friend's band from Charlotte used to play gigs with them, Machete. Great guys, and their new project is really starting to take off. Just great rock. Kind of remind me of Filter almost. Maybe a little bit more slowed down, but this is their new CD, and everything they do is done themselves. Travis is a sound engineer and a damn good one. Has been for a long time. So they do everything on their own, and the name of the album is Everything Is Right Now from Hall. Really cool artwork there on the CD. Vinyl is forthcoming on this at some point, but was able to grab the CD from the guys at the show. Actually, they gave me a handful of copies to give out, so I've been working on that. And if you want to hear what they sound like, if you know my Instagram, which is bcore7, or are friends with me on Facebook, I posted some video that I took of the show at the Milestone here in Charlotte. Very epic venue. Place has been around forever. Nirvana played there. REM, you name it. Great venue. All wood in there. Sounds freaking amazing. So yeah, check them out. Left there that night and swung over to Tip Top because that's pretty much religion. Of course, found a few things. They had one record they were holding for me. I'm a DJ Shadow nerd, so anything I don't have, I'm gonna grab. This is the 12-inch Enough. I think it's promo. It's got 3 versions of the track. The main version, and this has got Q-Tip and Latif the True Speaker on the track, and then there's an instrumental, the instrumental cut, and then the a cappella cut. And it's funny, I really like the main cut a ton more than the other 2 where it's separated. But yeah, so DJ Shadow Enough single here. 12-inch, very cool. Had never seen that before. And also grabbed this record here. Let's see. James Brown and the Famous Flames. 7-inch on King Records. It's an original. I'm not sure the year, I forget. But Like a Baby and Every Beat of My Heart are the tracks on this one. What I really liked about this was the original 7-inch sleeve from King Records. Very cool. You rarely see those with these, so it was very cool to find that. Been on a James Brown kick lately. Also been on a Fela journey, and found this hiding in the back wall at Repo Records. I guess it had been there for about 5 years. They don't have a world section, and they don't really carry much in the way of African records, but was able to pick up Fela and Africa 70, Zombie. Yeah, this is the 2014 reissue. I think Knitting Factory does most of these. Really good job on the reissues, and I've been eyeing the box set that was, I think, curated by Erykah Badu, and my local lunchbox has a copy of that, and it's pricey. So happy to grab this for the moment. Classic Fela Afrobeat record. Amazing. I'm going to be spinning this in the DJ set for sure. And this stuff today is all over the place, guys, so forgive me. Yeah, next is going to be a 7-inch from a band out of New Zealand called the Pin Group. Ambivalence. I don't know if you can see the artwork there. It's kind of faint, but Superior Viaduct reissued some of these. This is originally put out in '81, and learned about this band from James Buttery. He's been doing a series of videos on a label from New Zealand, Flying Nun, which I'm sure everybody's aware of. But I didn't have anything on the label, and I'm really digging the Clean and the Pin Group. This is on limited. It's 45 on this blue vinyl. Ambivalence and Columbia are the tracks on here. Really dig this. Man, great guitars on here. I'm not huge on their vocals. They definitely have the Joy Division thing going on a little bit. Yeah, man, a lot of bands pretty much came from this early Flying Nun stuff. Really cool, and I was stoked that my local had a copy lying around from Record Store Day from 2017. I guess that's when this came out. So yeah, very cool to find that. Only copy they had left, hiding in the bins under the CD shelves of their leftover Record Store Day stock. And that's on YouTube if you want to check out the Pin Group Ambivalence. Really cool stuff. And then I also picked up this record that was reissued and released recently, Don Cherry, Brown Rice. It's also been listed as self-titled. This is a masterpiece. My God, I'd love to find the original Italian pressing that's got different artwork. Really amazing artwork. Not that this is terrible. Really cool here also. Don with his pocket trumpet there. Man, this is amazing stuff. I believe this was put out by A&M. Pretty sure, talking to some of the other people in the vinyl community, that's digitally sourced, but it's still for $17. It sounds pretty darn good, and all the tracks are very different. And yeah, you've got all kinds of great players on here. Billy Higgins on the drums, Charlie Hayden on acoustic bass, Frank Lowe on tenor sax, of course Don on trumpet, electric piano. This is wonderful. The tone from Don is one of my favorites on the instrument, hands down. Trying to find anything I can of his. Tough stuff to dig for, that's for sure. Very happy to have this reissue. Let's see, I think that was originally released in, I think 77 maybe. And I had a hold of a original U.S. press at a convention one time, and it was, I think, $45, and I was like, no. $45. I can go get 3 other records for $45. But anyway, looking back, I probably should have got it. And then I swung down to Repo again, and this was there, and I wasn't sure if it was still going to be there because it had been a few days. But went ahead and grabbed it. It's this 1966 original stereo pressing of Miles Davis, 4 and More, recorded live in concert. Sick lineup. Ron Carter on the bass, Tony Williams on the drums, Herbie Hancock on piano, and George Coleman on the tenor. Great performance. You got 7 Steps to Heaven on here, which is one of my favorite Miles tracks. So I was happy to grab this. Just kind of finding odds and ends now for Miles and Coltrane and folks like that, who I've pretty much got about everything. So happy to grab this. Really, really cheap too. Plays great for being as old as it is. And then today I picked up a couple records over at Lunchbox and spun these. Great stuff. First is Delroy Wilson, Go Away Dream. This is a reissue on Pressure Sounds. Some dope roots reggae. Amazing singing from Delroy Wilson. Not your typical type of reggae singing here. It's more soulful. Yeah, Go Away Dream, I guess originally put out by the Shy Lights, which Rob in Spain advised me of today. And yeah, great version here at Open Side 2. Love this whole record. Just a great vibe. You've got Jackie Matu on the keyboards. I saw that on the back and was immediately sold, and not disappointed. Had sampled a little bit of it online. It wasn't a completely blind buy, but look at that cover. You fucking kidding me? That's a no-brainer. Dope. And then also picked this up. This was a new release for today, at least on vinyl for the first time, I believe. Federico Yugi, a drummer from New York. Transoceanico. Really cool cover there. This is on the 577 Records label out of Brooklyn. That I just showed that record New York United of, from Daniel Carter and Company, with Daniel Yugi on the drums on that as well. This reminds me a lot of our local artist here, Ghost Trees. This is free jazz. You've got Rachel Mousson on tenor sax, which is killer on this. Adam Lane on bass, and Federico Yugi on the drums. Yeah, highly recommended if you're into the free jazz. The title track is probably my favorite. It's the second track on side 2. Yeah, gonna give this a few more spins tonight, as a matter of fact. Get this fully absorbed. Really, really, really good on first listen. And already sent the YouTube link over to the guys in Ghost Trees, telling them about this. Yeah, to get it, go get your hands on this if you can somewhere. Not sure if Scott's got any more, but I don't think he ordered a whole lot of them. If this is the only one I saw, and this was originally recorded in 2016. And I'm really digging what I'm hearing on this label, so gonna be probably picking up more from 577 Records. So that's everything for today. Mr. Minko up in Connecticut's got a package on the way to me. I don't know, I might do one of those fancy unboxing videos when it gets here sometime next week. Other than that, man, I hope everybody's well. Peace.